When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. The Rainbow Warriors will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Washington's offense will go to work first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Unloads to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Hicks. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Working that left side now. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We got to rattle him. We got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just a short pass to the tight end. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So Hawaii's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Rushes on him. With the catch, it's Stoneburner. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
And the Rainbow Warriors back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And he'll be brought down.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Rainbow Warriors have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Throws to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Hawaii! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. He'll do the rest. He'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. Way to finish it with a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Power football with the run. Finds a little space. Oh, what a cut! Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Motion from the wideout. Unloads quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Hicks. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. They want to throw it. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to North Texas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Warriors!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to the ground game on the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hicks. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, Washington! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish your first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Rainbow Warriors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
He might want another play. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He slings it deep to the left. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make...
Turning it on! And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Dangerous screen into traffic. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Got a man, it's Stoneburner. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Rainbow Warriors now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Lewis. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. To the air on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds space on the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lewis. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And the Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and 10. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Lost to fire on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Going to the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the tailback. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Wide receiver going in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Hicks. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. Holds it in on the left. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He's looking downfield to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Husky. Oh, that baby in and strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, they get the touchdown here, and I think if you're the head coach, you got to go for 2. You got to have a 2-point play dialed up right now. What can you run you feel like you can execute to tie this thing with not a lot of time left on the clock?
He's not going to get there. The defense coming up with a big stop to hold on to this 2-point lead deep in the 4th. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
A special teams penalty cost the D 15 yards as we start this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's loose. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on 1st down. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Rainbow Warriors inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
I know that that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Pocket breaking down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Last chance coming up. Pressure coming. And down he goes. Had a chance to pour one out of the fire, and the defense slammed the brakes on it, and that's going to do it. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a